Good evening, everybody. If you can give us a minute just to make sure we don't have technical difficulties, we're going to carry this broadcast to 3 different social media sites, including X, YouTube, and Rumble. Tonight, we have breaking news. We have video footage that shows Seth Rogers' involvement in the disappearance of his child. Most of this will be based on conjecture, imagination, and bullshit, just like the same things you people are doing with Chris Proudfoot. So hold tight, sit down. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the show over to Cletus in case he has a comment or two while I make sure our technical connections are there. Cletus?
I have no comment. No comment. I think it'll be a hell of a show. I'm anxious to see this awesome, just exclusive footage.
Cletus, I don't mean to interrupt you. I have breaking news.
Uh-oh.
We have images of some fat motherfucker trolling through a backyard. Let me bring that in. This is important. I think the viewer really should pay attention to this. And here we go. We have footage that's been shared but misinterpreted. And I want the viewer to pay close attention now to the screen if you can. And I'm going to show you exclusive footage brought to us by many of these streamers. I'll list them as I can. But we want to thank Terry Lynn, the smut head from wherever she came from, Smiley, Dolly Vision, T-Rev, JLR, Justin For All, Clutch Them Pearls, Hey Sweet Tea, Justin from TikTok, Sweetie Pilo, Crime Lines and Lies, Trev Time. And then for some honorable mentions, you got fucked up people like Bubbly Waters and Tommy Jude, Huda, and others. Tonight, non-exclusive footage, video seen by people all over the globe, which implicates Seth Rogers abducting his child and running through the field of dreams. There he is now. You see him, subject to, and he vanished. The fat bastard is gone. Hold tight, folks. Wait, where? Cletus? There he is. The fat bastard's reappeared. And he's carrying, no, that's his gut. Wait, no, it looks like he's got Sebastian with him. No. Yeah, it's a confusing video, folks, but trust me, if you take time and you put this up to a mirror and you reflect the image onto the pavement that's like the road, you will clearly see what looks like a holographic image of Seth Rogers carrying Sebastian Rogers across the backyard, an aerial view that was provided to us exclusively by Nick Barris on News Channel 5. Nick Barris, that piece of shit that couldn't see or find his own ass with both hands if he was standing in a mirrored room. Back to you, Cletus.
Oh, wow. That should be an intro. Just that little skit right there. That was funny.
The fuck? And look, it's not these streamers that I'm attacking. I expect these streamers to continue doing what they're doing to feed the mentally deranged fucking viewers that make up social media. Viewers that if they had more than 2 cents, well, they didn't even got 1 cent, but if they had any sense, okay, wouldn't allow for things like this to be broadcast across all of these fucking things, especially people like TLR and T-Rev with these massive followings of morons that accept fake news, fake information, outrage, attacks on people that you don't know are guilty of anything more than your fucking view. If Chris Proudfoot is guilty of anything, it's that he was introduced to the YouTube committee and got exposed to you fucking morons that call yourself viewers. Cletus?
You're on fire today, ain't you?
Well, I'm only reporting the news that's given to me there, Cletus. It's outside of my control. I'm just the reporter of it.
Well, I heard reports that this was actually drone footage.
Drone footage?
Yeah.
Folks, Cletus has got breaking news. Can you elaborate on that, Cletus?
Well, I heard that, Seth was full of shit and this is actually drone footage, and everybody's now trying to debate and decide whether he's full of shit or if law enforcement's lying to him. And they were actually surveilling the house from above.
Well, that's interesting, Cletus. I didn't know Tennessee was advanced enough to have drone technology. I thought you were a bunch of backwards inbred people.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember the Secret Service is involved in this.
The Secret Service, is that part of a church? Is that a denomination of some religion that us general Americans up north are unaware of, Cletus?
I don't know. Oh. We'll get back to you on that. More to come. More to
We need
come.
to follow up on that religious cult called Secret Service. It'll be in another news report brought to you at 5. We don't know what day, but it will be at 5 o'clock. So let me think here. We got crime lines and lies. There's a guy that's talking pretty much about cocaine lines and lies. Trev Time, he's a fucking winner. Clutch them pearls. I wonder if she's ever had a pearl necklace. Cletus?
That would be a he, but and
There
no
you go.
comment, no comment. But I would, I'm gonna guess yes.
Oh my god! So, so with this, do we know the aerial footage that this was shot from? Was this an aerial footage 500 feet, 5 miles? Was it done by the SR-71 Blackbird?
My sources say this is from a reconnaissance satellite, maybe Chinese.
Is it in geosynchronous in orbit about 25,000 miles above the Earth's equator? Was it that type of satellite there, Cleo?
I'm not sure about geosynchronous because Chinese satellites operate off of a different clock.
Oh, these are Chinese satellites.
That's what my sources tell me.
Is it possible then that could this just be a bunch of people carrying chopsticks, or is that Sebastian being carried by Seth? What are we seeing here, Cletus? Really?
More to come, Sarge. More to come.
Because when you look at these video images of what, man, if you look real close to the screen and you ignore the lights that you're being drawn to by the Chinese misinformation center that's located in Beijing, and you watch the pixelation of the video, it's quite revealing.
Wait, can you pause it? I swear I just saw Jesus.
Jesus save. Is he in the upper right-hand corner? Don't give us any clues. Don't tell us where to look. We're all going to, now people, we all need to go look for Jesus. Last time I saw Jesus, he was on a piece of toast on eBay. And so we may have a winner here, Cletus. Let's look closer. Everybody concentrate on the video. No, it's still the fat bastard Seth Rogers carrying Sebastian. Sorry, Cletus, that's just not Jesus.
Are we sure this isn't swamp gas?
Well, I think that when Seth passes gas, you might consider it swamp gas, but we'll have to turn that over to the technical department to investigate further. You were in close proximity to him. Did he emanate any odors that were unpleasant?
Not that I can recall at this time.
Well, see, no, these facts are things the viewer needs to see, because the viewers that we have available to us on social media are fucked up from the floor up. And don't make me laugh, Cletus. I want to put on a serious presentation here.
Oh fuck, I can't help it. I'm done. I can't. Oh,
come on. We got all of these fantastic streamers. These people make an immense amount of money because the dedicated viewer, people that are only interested in fact and not conspiracy theories, all tune in to Terry Lynn. Smiley Stormwood. What is that?
Story.
Oh,
Smiley
Stormy. Dolly Vision. There's a fucking winner. T-Rev and JLR, our beloved JLR, one of the best streamers on YouTube. Cletus, any comment?
I don't know. He was the first to predict the future and put the thumbnail out that says, the proud feats are guilty.
Oh, that you see, JLR can see into the future. He's now moved to prophet status. So let's again look at the screen for Jesus. No, he's not there yet, Cletus. Is there a particular time? Is it 8 seconds in? So how far in do I got to go to find Jesus? Because JLR must have a direct line to Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get back to you after I dig into my mushroom bag.
So Clutch Them Pearls is a guy that's had a pearl necklace. Is that correct?
My sources say that. I cannot confirm nor deny that statement.
So is man sex something? He's pro man sex? Is that what you're saying?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, well, that's not an issue. We don't really want to get into the personal things. I mean, so what if Chris Proudfoot was arrested or accused of things or had problems or things? He did things years ago, so clearly that means he took Sebastian. The fat bastard making money off all this is innocent. We're all going to fucking surround our carts around the guy that looks most guilty of all, because that's just the way we are as viewers on fucking social media. We don't want the truth. We want whatever will give us the most drama, and we're going to pick the most untenable fucking position to defend. Back to you, please.
I don't have anything else to discuss about it.
Okay. Well, let's mention a few more of these wonderful providers out here. We got Sweetie Pilo. She's not bad. I wouldn't. I listen. I'm a, I'm a man of means. I'd give her a pearl necklace. So now we have crime lines and lies. There's someone that sounds like he's still connected to drug use. I'm not sure. And Trev Time, he's up there. Bubbly Waters, there's a person that hears and sees things that nobody else can. She's got the power of vision like Tommy Jude, where they can actually hold up they could fly over the Gulf, an oil spill on the Gulf, and the reflection coming off the oil spill will solve crimes. That's just rumor, but they do have that power. Have you heard that before? There's Cletus?
I believe I have.
And I didn't know that pertinent facts were unreliable and should be ignored, and the drama, the lies, the bullshit, and the chaos are all that matter. Were you aware of that, Cletus?
No, I wasn't. Not until I ventured down the YouTube streets. That
the streets is fucking.
No. It's not streets. It's screets with a K.
Streets. What?
Streets.
What is it? Can you define that for me?
I'll have to talk to Mr. Pascal and get back to you.
The streets of YouTube.
Yeah, the screets.
See, this is unfamiliar to me. The definition of the word streets. I apologize to my viewers. I didn't get much more than the 10th grade. It was one of those things when you're homeless as a child. Not to blame anybody. It was my choice. But, the streets are, it's a new term to me. And I to be fair, I would like to be as informative to the viewers that we have. We have 20 of them, I think, in YouTube, which is awesome. We have 137 of them on Twitter. Twitter kicks it, man. Twitter's right there. It's the center of fucked up viewers. Twitter. It's like the central locale of fucked up viewers. There's probably more viewers at Twitter than there are at YouTube.
You mean with that perfect clickbait title, that's all you could drum up?
Well,
I got to find a new host to become a co-host for.
Well, you have great hosts that you could co-host for, and you do, in a sense. I don't know why you tarnished yourself to come over into this fucking hot mess, but here you are. But over here, we will say what others will not. And we're proud of it. I think it's horrible. It's horrible that Seth Rogers did not spend more time to obtain custody of that child, and this could have all been prevented. If he would have just spent a few more dollars from his unemployment check, he himself could have been the provider of Seth, and he never would have went missing. What do you think, Cletus?
Well, I think what you meant to say was Sebastian, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I do. Listen, folks, just so you know, I am on the spectrum of autism. I do come across as highly functional, but I'm also highly fucked up. And one of the biggest issues, there's two issues: spelling and names. I never get it right. I often misspell my name and checks bounce at my bank. It's one of those things.
How good are you at math?
I'm not really good at math either, unless it's like 1 and 1 equals 3.
Oh, okay.
I know that to be true because I have a daughter of my own.
Because my sources are now telling me that if you measure the hypotenuse between the 3 light sources on the screen and take the square root of it multiplied by pi and make that a radius of a search grid on the outer edge, you may find a sign of where this young man
Wait
went.
a minute. See, this is what I mean. Let me be clear how my math, in doing what you just suggested, and I did that, and I used scientific calculators from Texas Instrument. Okay. And I came out with 52, and I thought that was the waistline of Seth.
But did you turn the calculator upside down and read it in reverse?
It spelled the word hell when I turned it upside down. I got another calculator that when you turn it upside down, it says lick my balls. And it's a talking calculator. In all fairness, I kind of gave it that statement. When it gave the answer, it says lick my balls. 1 and 1 is 2. Lick my balls.
Oh, Jesus.
So all that math, and I thought it was giving me the circumference of the gentleman that this video proves took the child. But you're saying no, it should have been a search radius. So I should have had a 52-mile search radius, or is it 5.2 miles? Did I miss a decimal point?
More to come. More to come.
Yeah, we're going to send that off to the Einstein department, which hasn't been developed yet because he passed away. But we're working on that. And as soon as we've got that department up and running, we're going to include it in the stream so that we have accurate math. We're going to be mathing correctly because that's important, right?
That is what's important.
We want
Absolutely.
we want to math
Math,
correctly. Why math at all?
math and facts only.
Just the facts, because no, I don't think facts are important. I think knowing what Chris did when he was 14 years old is going to tell us exactly how he actually removed that kid from the houses, according to all these other streamers and all these viewers.
His courses at a young age of becoming a ninja is what you're referring to.
Well, and I find it rather. Can I tell you what I think happened here?
Absolutely.
I think the boy went missing, and we don't have a fucking clue what happened. But that, I listen, and all to defend my fucking reasoning, I have none.
Well, I've got a defense for your reasoning.
Oh, what is that?
Those are the only facts that we know that are provable at the moment.
So rather than move on and produce something of value to the viewer, rather than the viewer demand the streamer provide information, maybe on another case that's unknown to us. Well, let's get back to our show. And the show tonight, folks, is Seth Rogers' involvement is proven by a video that's been released. How it was released, we're not sure. We know Nick Barris, the guy that looks like he's never been laid, was the gentleman that produced that for News Channel 5. And if he's been laid, it may have been, he may be the guy with the picture with the pearl necklace. What do you think there, Cletus?
Are you suggesting alter egos?
No, well, I can't. I don't know Nick. Well, I'd happily have him on the show and do an interview with the guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm sure we could dig into his past and find out that he fucking smacked some girl when he was fucking 5 years old because she punched him, and we ought to then go from there and determine exactly what kind of a man he is. I mean, why shouldn't we, right?
Hey,
he posted his video. He is the man of the hour on this station.
Well, right? There are very few rules out here on these YouTube streets. I'm just saying.
It's yeah. Well, I don't know. Somebody mentioned pineapples, and I somehow got a breaking news. Nick Barris sits on pineapples, and according to what this is my source. Cletus, his ass hurts.
Oh, well, that's to be expected.
I don't think it's pineapples got anything to do with it, but I think it's a good cover, right?
More to come.
I do need $1.44 if people would like to donate money, but $1.44 to give. Well, I need an adapter for my machine.
You need moderators.
Moderators, yeah, for $1.44. Let's see, what else have we got? Should we play that video again? I think that video has got to be.
I think you should play it over and over again until you see Jesus in it like I did.
I want to see.
It'll change your life.
If you look in the upper right-hand corner where you could see something moving in the upper right-hand corner, hang on a minute, it's clearing up. And it's in the upper right-hand corner, folks. If you look closely, where you see some fat bastard hauling some kid around. Do you see it, Cletus? Upper right-hand corner, above subject 1. Do you see all that movement up there?
Are you talking about the thruster glow from the spacecraft?
Well, is that the exhaust from the videographer's craft? Could that be in the upper right-hand corner, or is that Jesus?
More to come, Sarge. More to come.
We really need to get our technical department on this. These people need to get on their toes so they can decipher these videos as accurately and dig into people's background as deeply as so many of these YouTuber sites that I've mentioned: the Terry Lynn's, the Smiley, the Dolly, the T-Rub, the JLR, the Justice for All, the Clutch Them Pearls, the Hey Sweetie, whatever, the fucking Justice TikTok, Sweetie Pilo, Criminal Lines and Lies, True Trev Time. Oh God, there's a bunch of them. And they're breaking news on the wrongs that Mr. Proudfoot may have done in his past. Is that correct there?
That is correct.
Has anybody covered the wrongs in Seth's past yet? Or have they paid attention to any of the wrongs that may be happening before the rise? Or is that just, it's okay?
Well, that pendulum is swinging the other way for sure.
Has he been accused of being a profiteer yet? And his son's missing.
I believe I have heard that. Yeah.
So he's
And
been
there
accused.
are actually viewers that have seen that way since before it became a topic on the stream.
What other things can we soundly set on his side of the fence? I mean, because he's trying to walk a straight line, right? With sour mash and cheap wine, and I'm not sure that's going to work for him. What do you think, Lee?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's part of a song.
It is. It is.
Right. Trying to walk a straight line with sour mash and cheap wine. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And that Nick may be part of that too. And maybe all of these streamers that don't seem to give a fuck, that when you attack and disparage and stalk and hold signs up and fucking take pictures of people that have nothing to do with nothing, and they have nothing to do with nothing other than being victims, until fucking evidence shows up to show you that they are not victims. And until that moment in fucking time, you viewers, you piece of shit, fucking stupid, don't know how to fucking think idiots, need to let this shit go and move on to something else. Back to you, Cletus.
Well, the great thing about all these streamers you're mentioning is, at least they maintain the bias by blocking any reasonable voices that could present themselves in their chat rooms. So, there is that.
Well, I block people too. I block people, for instance, when they come in to try to defend those streamers, I simply block them. Oop, pardon me. That was my dog.
Was that you or the afterburner from the rocket ship in the top right corner of this video? Because I hear there's some magnificent audio associated with this.
I went to Bubbly Waters, and I went to that woman that tried to imitate TikTok, whatever drip drop name is. With that, what is it? That Inspector the Grand, what was that person? The manhole cover. Bubbly Waters is good with sound, and that noise that you heard, folks, was a backfire from the craft actually taking the video. Unfortunately, these crafts still use fossil fuels. So those of you that are against fossil fuels, just be aware this video was produced. Thank you, ExxonMobil. Cletus?
Yeah, I'm really surprised that with such advanced technology, they haven't gone all electric.
Sorry.
So wait, hang on. The news desk has just been informed. There is a famous person available for comment. Cletus, could you please turn the mic over to Cluminati?
Sure.
Yes.
Miss Cluminati, it's come to our attention that isn't your real name. Is that accurate?
That what?
That is not your real name. Your name is not Clue?
Correct.
And your last name is not Minotti?
No.
Oh, no. All right. Well, it's welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. I hope you've been following along in the breaking news that we've been able to provide to the audience. That Seth Rogers is he's caught by this video of hauling his child away.
Mm-hmm.
Any comment?
All I see is a Rorschach and a Billy Goat. So
where's the Billy Goat?
Yeah.
Is that a guy's name down there? Your neighbor's name, Billy Goat? Is that what we're hearing you say?
No, I just see a Billy Goat in the video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Us guys up north have a hard time visualizing what it must be like to live down south. Can you share any of your experiences with us?
It's because you need a fucking Billy Goat.
What would I do with a Billy Goat?
You would see one in this picture.
I recently learned you can milk it.
You can milk a Billy Goat. So I take Billy Goats. There's a female animal of some sort named Billy.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then we can milk a Billy Goat.
Yes, you can.
Awful weird. That you can call
That's how, in other words, I'm trying to tell you how to clutch them pearls.
Well, I'm not very familiar with the kind of pearls we've referred to tonight on this show, but the ones that come from oysters, I'm very familiar with.
I would say it probably smells the same. Here's your co-host back.
You smelling them pearls now, are you, Cletus?
I'm sorry, you cut out there. Sarge.
I said, are you smelling pearls now, Cletus?
No, I'm not.
I was wondering if that was like something people did to pass the time down south, but I'm thinking, aren't those things on the ocean? Them things, or
No, they
how do
keep
you
trying to figure down here. They keep trying to figure out how to get milk out of male billy goats, but they keep complaining about the brine.
Hey, we have news about swingers in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that means that Chris has built Sebastian a new play set, or if this is some innuendo towards a sexual comment. I would be embarrassed if that was what it was. Cletus?
We may have to lighten the image here and see if we see the seats, because maybe that's what that is in the top left is actually swing set seats.
I do have breaking news from our technical department. Our technical department informs me there's 220 viewers on Twitter, which is astounding considering that this stream just started and does nothing to advertise itself. But there are 220 people that there's, just to refresh the people that are in the audience on Twitter. Seth Rogers captured in a video walking away with his kid. And we're going to play that for you now because I'm not sure how long we've had 220 viewers. I think it's probably newsworthy to replay the video. Here we go. Do you see it, Seth? Do you see it there, Cletus?
I do.
You got subject 1. We don't know what that subject is. That might be the swinger subject. We may want to stay away from subject 1. There's subject 2. Did you see subject 2?
I did.
And it looked like a fat bastard hauling a kid on his back. You see it? Yeah. And the lights in the upper left-hand corner. The lights in the upper left-hand corner has been brought to us by our investigator. That's the combined illumination from this particular group. Terry Lynn, Smiley Storm, Dolly Vision, T-Rev, JLR, Justice for All, Clutch Them Pearls, hey, Sweetie, Justin from TikTok, Sweetie Pilo, Crime Lines and Lies, True Trev Time. They with their gift of light are in the upper left-hand corner. That's the shine that they provide to the world. Boy, those are some confusing lights. You know, Cletus, I almost am having flashbacks from that one day I did LSD as a youth.
Easy, Sarge, easy. It'll be okay. Grab on something tightly. It'll pass.
I'm trying to clutch, I don't want to say, but okay, so we won't go there.
Wait, I'm hearing that this is not actually a night vision footage, but it was actually taken with thermal cameras. And the 2 white blobs that you see close together in the upper left corner of this are actually ass cheeks.
Bet they're fucking Butthole Betty's cheeks. Breaking news. Butthole Betty has been spotted from an aerial footage shot from a satellite made in China, 25,000 miles up in the air in geosynchronous orbit with the Earth. We have, I've been mistaken, the lights in the upper left-hand corner, again, I want to update the viewer, are not a combination of all these dim-witted fucking providers. Those lights are coming from butt crack Betty's ass. Cletus?
I'm waiting for further information to confirm what subject 1 and subject 2 are. Stand by, please.
All right. I think subject 1 is the swinger topic. But, you know, I haven't confirmed that yet. We have now 234 viewers in Twitter that want to see the video that proves Seth Rogers' involvement. And I'm proud to be able to provide that to the viewer. I've also got background information on Seth that completely proves he was involved. I mean, when he was a kid, he actually got in a fist fight. He got referrals. He got sent to the detention. Yeah. Therefore, he must have taken this boy. Cletus?
Oh, no comment at this time.
All right. Well, you know, this has been a 30-minute news broadcast from the Sergeant Friday stream brought to you by Sergeant Friday and Cletus. It's interesting to note that the topics that we presented to you tonight and the alleged.
Oh yeah, this is all alleged and speculation and your opinion only, right?
Right. And we don't want to look at folks. I want to be fair and balanced, and I don't want to accuse these streamers of protecting a kidnapper. I don't want to say that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear it here, Cletus.
Agreed. This
You
is
know?
for entertainment purposes only.
Right. The fact that these people are doing everything they can to actually make sure the kidnapper gets his ransom through an unconventional means. What's the name? What do they call that? Go something. What is that there, Cletus?
GoFundMe?
There you go. That's a new way to hand over ransom, from what I understand.
Ah.
Have you been made aware of that, Cletus?
I've heard rumors of such, yes, sir.
Right. But, it doesn't work well if you're going to protest unruly government overreach while you're truck driving in Canada. Be aware that GoFundMe will not allow you to eat or fuel your vehicle. They're going to steal your money. But if you want to pay a kidnapper, back to you, Cletus.
Well, maybe the truckers in Canada should open cash apps that are in friends' names.
Well, that's the best thing. That's the most unsuspicious thing I've seen so far in this episode. The video proves Roger's involvement. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more innocent than promoting something that you have no direct involvement with.
Right. So when I get drunk, which I haven't done in 30 years, but if I get drunk and I take out a family of 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I open up a GoFundMe account portraying to help that family of 4 so that then I can receive the funds on the DL? Cletus?
Well, the first thing you do is you contact Nick Barris.
Nick Barris. Nick, that's part of the topic we haven't discovered or discussed. Nick Barris's involvement with this video. What can you tell us about it, Cletus?
Well, my understanding is he obtained this video from unnamed sources and then filmed the screen of the video in some way to imply something. But again, the biggest thing I take away from it is at one point, I'll have to get the timestamp for you, but I see Jesus.
Is it possible that it was Nick Barris himself that was abducted, and during his abduction had the tenacity to hang out of the alien craft and view with an infrared device attached to his cell phone that luckily
not infrared, thermal.
Oh, thermal. Okay,
yes,
infrared and thermal are basically the same thing. Nonetheless, is it possible that during his attempt, which was successful, to escape the grasp of the aliens, that he was able to capture this footage live 2 days before it happened?
It's possible.
Right? I believe that this video, folks, just so you know, that's why we keep bringing up Jesus. This video was created by a prophet, somebody that could see the future or look back in the past. We're not sure which, but we can say fairly confidently that this video does not match the timeline of the abduction. Cletus?
Well, and the reports are that it has no evidentiary value, which means that it must be real.
That's exactly right. When there's no reason for anything like this to exist, it will provide no information in helping find a lost autistic child. We must focus on it. Right? We have been assimilated by assholism. We, the viewer, are assholes. If we repeat that enough, folks, and enough of us repeat it, we may be able to hear each other coast to coast without the internet. Because there's that many of you. There's that many of you assholes out there. They say holding hands across America. If the assholes were to hold hands, I don't know that it would just spread across America.
Elon Musk would be out of a job because we wouldn't need a ship to get us to Mars. We could just climb the chain of monkeys.
The chain of fucking monkeys. There's that saying, folks. And this is a saying that I'm going to say to you that this is a way to live. These are words to die for and words to live by. And I want to impart this wisdom. And at my age, and believe me, I'm a little older than I like to admit. These words, I think, are something you should all write down. So I'm going to say this clearly. I'm going to say it concisely. I'd like everybody to take a moment, not a moment of silence, but at least a moment to grab a pen and paper, because what I'm going to share with you now is going to change your life. And here's that wisdom. Making everyone happy is impossible. Pissing them off is a piece of cake. And old Sarge loves cake. Those are words I suggest you live by, folks. As a matter of fact, I think most of you already do. I'm sure you've pissed Chris off and anybody connected to Chris, including his family, his neighbors, and his coworkers. And you've done a wonderful job at it. Cletus?
I just realized we're over halfway through our hour, and you forgot to stop and welcome everybody to the stream and beg them to click the like button and donate.
Oh, that's right. I got 20 watchers and 13 clicks of likes. Do I got to boot 7 of you? I don't know. But it's true. Kimber, you're right. Sergeant Friday has cracked the case. The video has proven to me, beyond a reasonable doubt, no doubt in my mind, that the reflections in this video that come from a satellite 25,000 miles away and geosynchronous orbit show us that Seth is the man that perpetuated the crime. And the fact that he's raising money, the fact that he, I don't begrudge the guy. Everybody needs money. Cletus?
You forgot the one characteristic of the satellite.
It's Chinese.
It was made in China.
China. Does that mean its vision is narrowed? Or is it an eyes wide open satellite, Cletus?
It means the view is slightly slanted.
So we have a slanted view, folks. Could that be, Cletus? Could that be how I'm able to see what I'm seeing, or does that put into question the evidence that's in front of us?
Oh, there's no question of the evidence in front of us.
So that
Jesus is in the image. What is there to question?
Well, listen, I'm not really completely accepting the idea that that's Jesus, because I don't see the edges of the bread.
Blasphemy.
Don't you judge me. Oh my God, Cletus, I think there's no better way to bring home to people the ignorance, the downright hatefulness, the disgusting, filthy behavior of the viewers of YouTube, the viewers that actually help and make sure providers like the list that I've read. I'm a little bit too tired to keep reading it. It's an incomplete list in all fairness, folks. It's an alleged list. There's many, many more YouTubers like this that are just so hell-bent on attacking the hospital that was connected to the disappearance of Donna Eyes, the hospital worker that discharged her, that we then found out occurred at 5:15 p.m., almost 6 to 7 hours after she went missing, or before she went missing. Cletus?
I'm sorry, I tuned out for just a second. Clue was talking to me.
Well, the news desk is informing us that when it comes to the Donna Eyes case, she was discharged at 5:15 and actually carried on a lengthy conversation with her son on a cell phone at 6:30 that same evening, indicating that obviously the hospital discharged somebody that was incapacitated. Cletus?
Agreed. Of course. Where's the argument?
And then later in that evening, after she had hung around and could find no way home, even though she had a working cell phone that communicated with her son, which it may have been because of this slanted-eyed satellite. We don't know, right? So she later got a ride home from the local police department to serve and protect, something that we demand of our local law enforcement, something they actually did for Mrs. Eyes, and were slandered and defamed and accused of helping murder her. Cletus?
JLR should have been on the scene, and then it would have never happened.
Did JLR ever go to the Kansas City 3? Did he break that case? Did he discover the solution of it? Did he find the fucking issue there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look. But if he didn't, I'm sure if he hears the stream, he'll create one for it.
Oh, my God. It's okay, folks. Just because we're fucked up doesn't mean we're fucked up forever. We can fix it. But I think it's important that we need to identify the problems that need to be addressed. Cletus?
I would agree with that completely.
And what do you think the biggest problem on social media is today, 2024 at 9:39 p.m. on a Tuesday?
The fact that people do not demand people to do better at, even if it's entertainment, right? Even if it's just for entertainment purposes, demand that people do better.
Well, this is clearly a show of seriousness. We bring real news. We don't compromise. We brought a video that proves beyond a fucking reasonable doubt that Seth is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers.
And we showed you Jesus. What more can you want in an evening?
All in the same show, and it's still under the fucking hour deadline. It's only been 40 minutes. We've accomplished more than I could have ever dreamed of, please.
Well, you know,
we do have 313 viewers on X.
When you provide facts and truth only.
We have 5 over on Rumble. We've lost viewers. Breaking news. The fucked up from the floor up viewers on YouTube have abandoned the stream.
Oh, no.
That's a shock, Cletus. We are down to 2 YouTube viewers. The YouTube crowd apparently does not want to hear that they're part of the problem. Cletus?
They must have took a wrong turn on these YouTube streets.
I think they took a left turn at Albuquerque.
I think so.
I think that Bugs Bunny sent everybody in the wrong direction.
They may have banned you because there was so much, facts and truthful information in this.
We are down to 1 person watching on YouTube. Folks, we have officially collapsed the YouTube stream. I'm going to check with my technical department. Hang on. I'm getting new information. I have a folder here, folks, that says the people on YouTube are the drivers of ignorance and malfeasance. And that's the breaking news, folks. Well, we're back up to 2. I think we're rebounding. The stream on YouTube is rebounding. I think you would have a more successful viewing if you were with your maybe one day could be possibly wife.
It's interesting that there's only 1 viewer, but there are several still in the chat room.
Well, I think actively. The YouTube stream creators, they call themselves creators, and the only thing they create is bullshit. And so, in that likeness, I support Crime Circus, and I support fucking that fat bastard from 666 and Harsh and all the other fucking people that wonderfully create fucking topics out of nothing, like this video. Please.
This video is not nothing. It has truths in it.
It has truths in it. Well, the closest thing to the truth you could determine from this video is what? What would that be?
That it's primarily dark.
And that it came from a slanted-eyed satellite 25,000 miles in space in geosynchronous orbit with the Earth.
Either that or somebody had a GoPro on their head when they had a grass sack placed over it.
Or is this a reflection of a reflection?
Oh,
of a reflection of a reflection off of a car and into the fucking cell phone that was then projected onto a computer screen, and then Nick Barris videoed it.
You nailed it. You nailed it. I'm convinced. I'm going to tell everybody I encounter on these YouTube streets, Sarge has solved it.
I've solved the case. I've determined based on this piece of actual footage. It's actual footage of the biggest pile of horseshit anybody's ever seen. This makes the Linda Lane video from the Idaho 4 look like fucking child's play. Now, because of some of the creators' abilities to create sounds, alter times, dates, and images, I bring to you a video of epic proportions. This if War of the Worlds was real, this eclipses that. This would be more bombshell breaking news than if aliens were to land on Earth. Please.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Our YouTube stream has 13 likes, folks. 13 people out of the millions, maybe billions of you fucking morons that watch YouTube every day, that provide to this information to attack people, impugn people, spill hate all over people, and generally act like you're in the 1600s from the Salem witch fucking trials. The millions and millions of you people out there, I hope you enjoy this feed. Nothing else, we want to please the viewer, right? Whatever the viewer wants, we give them. Isn't that true, please?
Especially all the war pigs and ignorant speaks out there in the world. We definitely want to please them.
You got the rock salts of the world. You got that little group of women that huddle up on Discord and run around a different stream saying this guy said this about that guy and Cletus said this about that person. And Clue said this and they said that. And,
well, Discord is where they sharpen their pitchforks and light their torches before they enter the YouTube streets and decide who to burn and stab for the day, right?
They've defamed fucking Discord to the point where a lot of good people won't even go on Discord because they think Discord is some open chat that connects them to all the lunatics. What they don't know, those good people, are that they're in more danger just being on social media in general to be in contact with lunatics. They would rather lynch you before they had all the facts. Please.
Agreed.
I think the firing squad for Kohlberger should be a group of people from YouTube. Cletus, what do you think?
With rubber bullets.
Why would we want to use rubber bullets? They're going to hit the wall behind them and hit all the YouTubers. That might be a good angle, Cletus. These fucking people couldn't hit the barn that they were standing
in. Oh, my God.
Well, this has been an enjoyable evening. I didn't know that this stream would turn into breaking a criminal case. I never knew that we would have such deep involvement and be able to provide viewers with.
I didn't even know it was a criminal case. You just informed me of something.
Yeah, it proves his involvement, so it must be criminal.
Oh, damn! I learned 2 things tonight.
I mean, it's not.
And I'm just here to report the fake news.
Isn't he the one that attacked the other parents first? And now he's attacking the police. Isn't he attacking the police? He's put thousands of people in the field, and they walked every inch of land they could possibly walk for God knows how many fucking miles, but they didn't do a good enough job. Isn't he the guy that said that?
Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't have the cell phones and the live streams that his army does.
And they didn't have, unbeknownst to them, this video. Right?
Yeah, there is that. They didn't have Jesus, right? Because at the end of the day, he's what makes this video so important. The fact that you see him in it if you look close enough.
Our news department has just brought me new information. According to this information, for all of the social media people that behave like this, Jesus is waiting for you, and he's going to flick you on the forehead when you get up there. Huh. Well, that's interesting, Cletus. You think we're going to be one of them people that get flicked in the head?
I hope it leaves a mark.
Huh.
I would wear it proudly.
I'm confused. I really am. I'm utterly confused.
How could you be confused? You've been watching, things all around you on these YouTube streets all day. What the hell could you possibly be confused about?
Actually, today I was out on the real streets in my drag car.
Oh, well, maybe that's why you're confused, because you haven't been watching all the fact-based, never biased, media outlets on these streets over here.
Breaking news. Just for the viewers and acknowledgement, so the viewer understands how serious I am to keep to the facts and to the truth. I've had a lie detector hooked up to me the whole evening. Cletus?
But were you puckering your butthole every time you spoke, though? That's the question.
Well, I was a pucker in the butthole to avoid the fucking pearl necklace. So
okay.
My ass hurts now, Cletus. Back to you.
Oh my God, I can't keep this going. I'm fucking dying over here.
We're running out of material, but there's a lot of material out there.
I don't know how that's possible. These fucking people go on for 5, 6, 7 hours. Maybe you should start replaying other people's stuff.
Maybe we should. I would like to put a job offer out to somebody. A few hours a week, competitive wages, paid directly by me to you, to go through some of these streams and clip out 10-second fucking clips of their most startling fucking statements provided to them by their audience or from them to the audience, so that we can review for the YouTube and the fucking social media people just how fucking ignorant they are.
But you forgot the most important part, that it has to be the facts only.
No. The facts is they decide facts should be. For instance, like, Brian Kohlberger stole his sister's phone. He did it. You solved the fucking crime. Huh. My God, Cletus, it's something as simple as that. If it weren't for YouTubers, we'd be lost in this world.
What the fuck do we need the FBI for? Or
We got
Optum Lab,
YouTubers.
you know, proprietary algorithms and DNA testing and creation processes. What the
Breaking news. There's 374 viewers on X. 377 views on X. X is taking the lead. Look at X has got it going on.
Okay? X marks the spot. That's where it's at.
And YouTube, we have one watching YouTube. I don't know why we've only got one, but maybe it's because YouTubers realize just what a bunch of fucking incompetent morons they are. Cletus.
My sources say there are more than that. So, yeah.
Maybe. Well, I think we've only got the 2 people from YouTube that do not qualify as a full-fledged incompetent moron.
Oh, Cletus? That could be.
In all fairness, there's a few dozen of them, at least, right? Maybe even more. I think your maybe one day could be, hopefully one day soon. No one knows. Wife will attest that her stream is full of a lot of good people.
I would say that's a fact.
Right? They want the facts. They want the information. And when the information stops coming in, they wait for more information rather than going ahead and, oh, look, the video has revealed something to me that I had missed before, Cletus.
Well, do tell.
It's revealed to me that anybody that pays attention to shit like that needs a fucking crack in the head. Cletus.
Well, like you said, when they meet Jesus, he'll flick them in the forehead and all is well.
And I also noticed something else. Because it says home security camera footage, was this camera on the home of an Asian American, Cletus?
I don't know, but that makes it official for sure. That I don't know why it doesn't have the little R in the circle up in the top right corner after the word footage.
What would that indicate?
That it's official. It's official capacity.
That's interesting. Do you think that this person was initially just a simple peeping Tom?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no, definitely not.
Well, let me ask you, to your knowledge, is this video, is the timestamp of the video or the time this video was taken, is it consistent with the time that the young 15-year-old boy went missing?
I have no idea. I've never seen a timestamp on Nick Barris's video.
Nick Barris did not provide us with a timestamp. Well, you do know he was hanging out of UFO when he was doing this.
Oh yeah, you know that damn anti-gravity will fuck with a watch all day.
And your cell phone. I'm sure he's got an Apple plan, 4 phones for $100, right? You know, they pay $1.60 an hour to make.
Well, maybe that's why it's so grainy, because he recorded it with a potato.
Mr. Potato Head. We do have a close friend that we haven't broke that news to him, but we will. Yeah, that fits that description, Cletus. Oh God! Isn't it funner to make fun and laugh than it is to do anything else with these fucking lunatics?
Hey, it's entertainment,
and we're here to entertain, but we entertain with only the facts. There are tunnels.
Wait, allegedly
entertain, right?
Yeah, allegedly it's entertainment.
What else? The tunnels, the blood on the roof, the parachutist, right?
Wait. Allegedly. I just had to make sure I said it enough, for the YouTube.
I have the name, folks. I have the identity of the person that made the footage. His name is Thomas Foolery, and he's a local resident in Tennessee. Cletus?
I know that guy.
Is he the guy that struggles with cutting grass?
No, but I think it's his neighbor.
The neighbor, Thomas Foolery.
The neighbor, Thomas Foolery.
I think the JLR should get on the job, and he should fly down in his private jet from all of the shit he's done and all the cons he's pulled and all these idiots in social media, allegedly, and interview Thomas Foolery. I want it because, listen, I love my fellow man. So I would love to give Mr. JLR a little bit of advice to save him fucking jet fuel. Just turn your camera on yourself and interview Thomas Foolery. Right? Be a good interview.
Well, it might be his next alter ego. I've heard he has disguised himself as a cousin or uncle of a Muslim or something at a school one time.
Listen, I have news that is going to bring the house down.
Uh-oh.
We have 399 views on X. Thank you to the X viewer. You're all wonderful. Breaking news, it just jumped to 401 with my compliment to the viewer. Even though a majority of you are probably as fucked up from the floor up as everyone else on social media, thanks for joining us.
Well, you know what I've learned tonight?
Excuse me.
Do you know what I've learned tonight?
What did you learn tonight?
That you absolutely must put the word breaking in on these news reports so that you make sure you maximize your click and view potential.
Well, I also want to point out that I do have trouble spelling, and I spelt it wrong the first time. Even Sebastian, I spelled wrong. And I do have an issue with that. My dyslexia, my autism spectrum, my ass hurts, all kinds of stuff have caused issues with spelling. Very strange. I don't know what my ass has to do with spelling, but I was unfamiliar with the fact that your ass and nose were connected too. So there are things in life that you can learn if you live long enough.
Yeah, like just make sure you pucker.
Sorry, I'm loud. Clue. Blowing her nose in the background now. Cut it out.
I sneezed, jackass, and no, I didn't shit too.
Uh-oh. We have a Schnard report coming to you from Tennessee. Please.
I did not, I said.
Oh, the
we
weather
have an alleged Schnard report. Allegedly, we have a Snard event coming to you from Tennessee in a room surrounded by mirrors. Cletus?
Oh.
We still have, well, Cletus, somehow we've managed to obtain more subscribers this evening. We're up to 150 subscribers on YouTube, Cletus. But yet we have one person watching and 149 people have absconded.
Well, there must be better breaking news somewhere. Or maybe that somebody else has more details, I'm sure. Because I've seen this video floating around on several places, several corners of these YouTube streets today. So maybe somebody has got more breaking information about it.
Well, if they do, they can actually contact me through my contact information on Twitter at capital M, capital S, Spygate, Spygate, but it's at capital M, capital S, Spygate. That's not really what it is, but it's close enough. And you should be able to find me also as Sergeant Friday, or you can use my real name for those streamers that think doxing people is such a fucking threat to their livelihood and their life. At Bruno Pelicano. Feel free to do all the research that you feel must be done to show the viewer that I am like Chris Proudfoot or any of the other people that you've determined were no fucking good because they made mistakes in their past. Yeah, Cletus.
Agreed, and likewise, I resemble that remark.
Kimber just told me to go to my room, and I don't know if that's a sexual proposition, but that can be done, Kimber. Cletus?
I think that's a reference for you to go clutch them pearls.
Sorry.
Well, tough to clutch when they're running down your neck there, Cletus.
Oh my God.
Well, then maybe you should rub the oysters instead.
Or open your mouth.
Oh
man. My balls itch. That's my Russian last name. Yuri Mabalzich. Mabalztch. Mabalzich. Party of four. Holy fuck. Well, Cletus, it's been an enjoyable hour.
It has. It has indeed. I've learned so
there.
Much, and I saw Jesus. My day is complete.
I hope that no offense was taken by the other streamers. These people that provide so much value to the hate, the degradation, and the outrageous bullshit that fucking surrounds us on social media. Please don't take offense, folks. I didn't create the stream to offend you. I don't know you, prefer not to know you, and would rather hope that you change your fucking ways because Jesus is watching. And with that, Cletus, we have just seconds left. Your insight is never more important than at these last seconds of the stream, Cletus.
Well, I would just wrap it up with a song. Why
song.
can't we be friends?
We have 447 views on X. I think we have friends. I don't know if we're weebies. We be, right? We be friends? Weebies? I don't know.
We be friends. That's right.
And remember, folks, pearl necklaces aren't always a bad thing.
As long as you clutch the pearls.
And well, as long as there's pearls there to clutch and they're not running down your chest now. Right? Yeah. You don't want the kind of pearl that no. So anyway. Cletus laughs all day. He's a happiest motherfucker. Good job, Clue. Why do you mean good job, Clue? Cletus. Women always, it's like the Me Too movement. We don't go for that shit in here, okay? No.
She can have every bit of that credit.
What?
It's a fact.
What did you?
Yeah, that ring there. How many rings have you bought before we go? 7?
I bought one. She bought 3 more.
And do you keep presenting the same ring? Maybe that's the problem.
I think she's marrying Amazon because they're the ones that have provided the other 3.
Oh, I'm just saying. I've dated girls that have had many engagement rings, and they were showing me. Maybe they thought I was going to one up the rings that they'd already gotten, but it wouldn't have been that hard. I could have ran to the local fucking 7-Eleven and got one out of a toy. But they were fun. Let me just say, and all their night, they were fun girls. Definitely fun. Definitely enjoyed them. So good. It was good to have you here tonight, Cletus. I'm glad we had the peanut gallery in the back, snarling all over the place.
Yeah.
And it made the show.
Always a pleasure, Pops. Always a pleasure.
I hope the viewer got something out of this. I hope the viewer realizes that you're the fucking problem. And we need to fix that. So good night. Good day. And if the ass hurts, rub it.